I love that. That's one of my favorite colors. And look, a cute little.
And a new cream pitcher. Look at that. I'm bringing out all the fancy stuff.
Did you notice that he changed the blue?
Now the color. You know about the color blue we have now?
No.
This is a color. I designed this color, and told the guy at the paint store what numbers to use to do the paint formula. You know,
How'd you find the numbers? Did you go on to and find a what's that listing of proper colors?
Now what I did.
Feng Shui.
What I did was I started with a color. I started with color chips from the company, you know, and I put them up on the wall.
Like from B&H or something?
Walmart. I don't know the name.
I mean, tell me, was the official blue color that we needed?
Yeah. The other color in comparison was purple. I don't know if you can.
Had more red in it.
Yeah, can you see
it up there?
Up there, yeah. Compared to this, that's purple.
This is more cerulean. That's
Anyway.
more ultramarine, or more like I forget, but
Anyway, what I did was
whatever.
I put paint chips on the wall and brought the key effect up very slowly and to see what keyed out first. And the one that keyed out first, I took that for my starting point, and then I then when I went back to the store, I found another paint color that I liked that looked to me somewhat like well, I'm watching you. That's right, we're watching you.
Somebody's watching you, I had no doubt about that.
And so then I found another color that I thought that was one of their paint chips that I thought was a color that to me looked a lot like things that when people, sometimes people will wear a t-shirt in or something and that t-shirt will
Be perfect.
it'll key with nothing else in the room will, yeah. And so I kind of remember what color that is, you know, and then
So you have color memory too? I have color memory.
so then I also, and then I found an advertisement there in the store that had the color of blue on it,
The perfect blue.
you know, that I remembered that things key on.
Well, I think you got it.
So what I did is I had them write down the formula for the first paint chip.
Pantone colors.
Okay.
It's Pantone colors. I knew
Yeah,
it
it's
was coming.
Pantone by number.
Yeah, by number.
Right,
Exactly.
and I have the exact Pantone number as a Pantone number, but that doesn't tell you the formula. I wonder if
It should. I mean, because that's why it's Pantone. It's got da-da-da-da, just like on computers. You'll see this background is this color, da-da-da, FF144, whatever. I think that's based on Pantone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same thing.
Well, anyway,
I think.
their system, when you get down to mixing the paint, their system, the numbers mean how much of which pigment
Yeah.
goes in.
Yeah, so they stick it under their little computer thingy, and it reads what the color is.
Right, and that's what I had them do with the third color. So okay, the first color chip was a house color, and they had the formula for me, and I had them write it down on a piece of paper, and then what the formula was for it. Right, it's not its Pantone number; it's formula
It's
number.
this is their formula.
And their formula is different. Okay. Then the next chip that they had was a paint that they sell there, but they don't mix. But they had a conversion for it, so they could make that color up for you according to in their house paint according to their formula. So I had them write that formula down, what their formula was to make that. And then the one that I picked out and had them scan, the scanner, tells out a formula. And I had them put those three down. And then I analyzed those three to see what it was about those three that was common and what wasn't and stuff like that. And like one of them, at least one of them had some red to it. I had the red taken completely out. You see what I mean? Because when my
Because it
camera,
makes it purpley if you have red.
well, you know, our cameras, we're working on red, green, and blue on the cameras, and if my camera is looking at that, if it doesn't want to see any red, it don't want to see any green, if it's trying to lock on. See what I mean? It definitely doesn't want to see red. Sometimes it likes to lock onto some green, but it won't. It doesn't want to see any red. So anyway, I put these three formulas together and tried to optimize them mathematically and everything. And then I said, here,
Quantumly.
yeah, whatever. And I said, here, make this color. And they made it, and this is it. And then I decided, because I had designed the color, that I could name it. So this is Mad Scientist Blue. I named this color. And that's what that whole story is about.
So there you go.
You tired of hearing
Well, my
that
wall
shit?
should be dry, so I'll be back in
There
20
you
minutes.
go.
Painting Pat's office.
Be back when the tea's ready.
Yep.
That'll give it time to Steve. I'm about to.
So what kind of lumber are you using for your barn?
Poplar.
You go to like that. You go to Lowe's or Walmart or.
You don't get the kind of lumber I saw at Walmart. It's special lumber.
Where do you get it?
Get it up in the woods.
Oh, you go and get your
Who has
wood.
land and trees?
Big trees like this tall, this wide. Big trees.
Big poplar trees.
Big
Big one.
poplars. And so, do you take it to a sawmill or do you
No,
do
they
your own
come.
sawing?
They
They
come.
come saw.
You don't have a portable, but you get somebody that has one. That's the way
Andy
to do it.
Bennett Logging out in Marshall, North Carolina.
So how long do you have to let it cure before you can drop it on the barn?
Till I can find somebody to help me put it up.
That's the way they do. That's how long they cure a barn. That's true. I know that. And that's how come next year, there'll be a little gap that wide between each
Yeah, board.
board, letting the light shine through into the barn.
I thought that was to let air in there to dry the tobacco.
No, it's because they put the wood up green. Is what
It
it
was
was.
put up green.
They put it up green, and that's really true.
Well,
And
but doesn't that also have the advantage of having circulation going in there?
I guess it did one time.
I reckon that's what they tell you. You know, they could leave the window open. I don't know. Oh, this is
I don't know too many barns with the windows.
I know, this is my other new thing. That
Did you
one.
get that at the Goodwill?
I did. And this, but it's a good whistler. You know, I'm in need of a good whistler. This is it.
I've popped a lot of pills and I've smoked a lot of grass. No, see, I popped out, I smoked a lot of grass and I popped a lot of pills.
I popped a lot of pills.
Yeah.
What's the name of the song?
Pusher Man, I think Steppenwolf did it.
Speaking of Pusherman, do you have a TV set up there, Mark?
What's happened?
Well, it's a moot point if you don't have one.
No, I may have
Because
heard of it.
there's a great program called Breaking Bad. It's like this science teacher who finds out he's got terminal cancer, and he realizes that the money that he's going to be able to leave his family is not going to be enough. And his brother's a DEA agent, and he goes on a sting with him, and he sees like these piles of cash that they confiscate for the meth
Right.
and he goes like, I think I can figure out how to make some real good meth. And so it's called Breaking Bad because he goes to the dark and becomes a meth producer.
Oh, that's real dark. Because that's some bad stuff. Does he make a lot of money?
Well, he's going through the
Fiction, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's going through the
Moral
living the double
dilemma.
life, the moral dilemma, living the double life, having all
Having
kinds
a
of
product that
problems.
kills people's lives.
having a problem with the people he has to deal with.
I bet, yeah, they're all
make
kind of like,
Because that's half the problem when you're doing something legally, is you have to deal with the people that you're dealing with.
Doing something illegally?
If you're doing something illegal, a lot of times you have to deal with real unsavory characters.
Yes. You've been doing some illegal stuff.
Like police.
Not lately.
Like
Not
the-
lately.
Like the police, I know. Oh, I have a rant. We were supposed to let Steve sing a song, but I'm going to rant because I have this on my mind right now. I was thinking this was inspired by the fact that Jesse Helms died not too long ago, and I tell you the truth now, it's not good.
Hallelujah.
It's not good to
Dance on the grave of.
to dance on the grave of the newly dead, I guess. But it happens, as a matter of fact, that I know a lot of people even contacted me personally that were to let me know that this had happened and how happy they were that Jesse Helms had died. But I was not, and I am not happy that Jesse Helms had died.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, to begin with, do you know how long he was in office?
A long time, wasn't he? Not a long time, like 30 years.
Yeah. He was
He
in
was the
office.
longest serving a-hole in Congress.
That's right. He was the last. What did they call? They called him the last unreconstructed member of. I guess he was a senator, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means that he never, after the Civil War was was a time period called Reconstruction. Mm-hmm. Okay, well he was not reconstructed. In other words, he still held to the mindset that was a pre-Civil War mindset. And in other words, it was obvious that he
didn't have a black baby.
That didn't matter. It was obvious to him.
How do you know?
It was obvious that he thought it was a big mistake to have ever done away with slavery, for one thing. Okay. Now, but anyway,
I love the purple against my green. Well, it's gone now.
you know, he voted against every form of
Birth control.
no, I don't mean civil rights, but what
Yeah, what's civil rights legislation?
well, the civil rights legislation, and what's the other thing?
Affirmative action.
That, and that's part of it. What do they call it? They call it
Progress.
yeah. Anyway, he voted against all that stuff. Okay.
If they was for it, he was against it.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
If it was progressive, he was against it.
now I grew up.
If Ted Kennedy was for it, he was against it.
I grew up almost all my life under the regime and the utter embarrassment. I was born in North Carolina, raised in North Carolina, lived most of my life in North Carolina, and grew up under the embarrassment of what is his name?
Jesse Helms.
Of Jesse Helms.
Jesse
See, I
Helms.
can't. That's how quick I forget the name of Jesse Helms. And at one point, I lived in New York City. Now, in New York City, around here, people say, "You ain't from around here, are you?" In New York City, they say, "Where are you from?"
Where are you from?
And I say,
Not from around these parts, are you?
and I say,
Are you a redneck
I say North Carolina. I don't say North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I don't say North Carolina. I say North Carolina.
North Carolina.
And then that's what they do. They look back at me and they go, North Carolina, Jesse Helms, North Carolina. Let me tell you something. Everybody in the rest of this country, they all know what state Jesse Helms comes from. They all know who Jesse Helms is. They all know what Jesse Helms stood for, and they all know what state Jesse Helms came from. And when you go to New York City and you're trying to be on the up and up record producer, and they find out that you're from North Carolina,
You're screwed, are you?
Jesse Helms is a noose around your neck. And I am just so sorry that SO, died before I got the chance to put him in the thumb screws and sit down and interrogate him and go, okay, who's in charge? Who's running things? You better talk. Who's running things? Because he knew who was running things. And he never talked.
He was running things.
Well, he was running things for whoever was running things. and he was
He
in
may
there.
not have run things, but he had a friend who knew who run things.
He was in there. He was in there long enough to know who was running things, and he got gone before. And I don't think he had any special dispensation. I don't think the man had a get out of hell free card. You know,
It's a special place on the lower ninth ring for people like
on
him.
the lower ninth ward is,
Ring,
Yeah,
ring, the rings.
which is kind of like the lower
The
ninth
Inferno,
ward. Yes.
the Inferno down there on one of the lower rings.
Okay, now if I'll shut up, will you sing us a song? I know you have them prepared, don't you?
No, I really don't.
Here's the Pusher Man. He's fixing to sing the Pusher Man.
Yeah. No, but I was going to sing a hot song, but now I've forgotten that. I've gotten out of the mood. But oh, great sky, give us rain. Oh, great sky, give us rain. Well, oh, great sky, give us rain. Lord, never seen it drier. Oh, great sky, give us rain. Oh, big wind, cool my sweat. Oh, big wind, cool my sweat. Oh, big wind, cool my sweat. Been a working way too hard. Oh, great sky, give us rain. Oh, pretty clouds, cool my brow. Oh, black clouds, cool my brow. Oh, big clouds, cool my brow. Gonna get cool somehow. Great sky, give us rain. I ain't glad Jesse Helms is in the ground. I'd like to have him around just one more time. I'd say, Mr. Helms, what's it going on? I know you know. Oh, great sky, give us rain. Oh, big wind, cool my sweat. Oh, big wind, cool my sweat. Oh, big wind, cool my sweat. I've been working way too hard. Oh, great sky, give us rain. Hot and dry.
I don't think we're ever going to get a drop of rain again. Do
No.
you?
We've been getting little rains out there, enough to keep our crops going.
Well, we haven't gotten anything here.
But yeah, I know you haven't. And but my spring's dry, and I'm gonna have to drill a well, and all the springs are going dry, and we're all dying. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, you got all that. I call it drip hose. What do you call it? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Sucker
I-
hose, kind of like sucker hose.
we've had rains. We've had little showers at night that'll rain maybe a quarter of an inch or something like that.
Take
Enough
all we
to-
can get.
Yeah, but just heat sucks it right out.
Well, at least it's nice that it comes in the evening because it has
Yeah, I
all
like to
evening
wake up
soak
at
in.
night. Yeah, I like to wake up at night and hear it just
I do
pouring.
too. I do too. I bet I don't know if you've ever, perhaps you do now, if you've ever lived in a house with a tin roof.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
My barn has a tin roof.
Well, living in a house with a tin roof and you wake up in the night and you hear that rain on the tin
Yeah.
roof and roll back over, or you wake up in the morning and you got chores to
Kiss
do.
your wife a little bit.
You got chores to do in the morning. You wake up, you hear that rain on the roof, and roll back over. Forget those chores.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You know, we all.
Well,
This was
how did your live show go that you did over at Belshare?
Oh well, you were there.
I know, but how did it turn out?
It aired and worked.
Did it work?
It did. It worked. It worked entirely. It ran me to death. I went crazy.
I know you were
Yeah, I went-
rushing back and forth.
Yeah, and
his hair all fuzzy? Did he have his hair?
Oh,
curly?
he was like in a tizzy. He was like running back and forth with the disc.
Well, see, the original plan on that was to have. It was a 2-hour show on a Friday. I was gonna get there a little over an hour early.
Your Tea Party show was at Belshare.
Well, it was near Belshare. It was on a porch of the.
Those apartments
the
right
Lin-
there by Greenlawn, the
Linden
Linden.
Apartments.
Yeah.
So I was gonna run over there, and I was gonna start a little more than an hour early, and then I was gonna record my first hour DVD, and run it over here, put it in the machine, and the first hour of the Tea Party would be ready to go, and Jonathan said he'd push the button for me when it came time, and so the Tea Party would roll. Meanwhile, I'd have time to run back over there, and I'd start doing the second hour, and by the time before the first,
And then you would bring it back over here?
right, and before the first hour was finished, see, I'd have the second hour here ready to just throw it in, and good to go. And so it logistically it made sense.
It sounded good on paper.
Yeah. But what I didn't count on was, and I should have counted on it because it's just like me, was to be running a little late to start with. Okay, so I was running a little late, and then to boot, there were, a dozen various technical problems. If you imagine that.
Imagine that.
Doing a Tea Party and videoing it all on a porch.
Off
in a-
It all looked good in your brain.
In
In your brain, it went perfect.
in a new location I had never done it in before. Didn't I had been told that there was a closet down the hall with a electric plug in it, and there was, but
That's good.
and it was turned on. Who knows if it could have been an electric plug since, the
1920 or something.
yeah, that was the old wiring.
Oh,
in.
yeah, right.
That used to be the laundry room. Anyway, yeah, but it all worked out. But I was a little behind time on getting it going. Then to boot, as soon as I got the first disc up and recording and stuff, and I was about 5 minutes in, or maybe not even 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes into it. Okay, then one of the people there said something that was inappropriate.
At Belshare, they weren't drinking, were they?
Yes.
Yes,
They
they
were
were. And
We
somebody.
had a rowdy bunch that day, didn't we?
Did you have fun at that?
I had fun, but I like it better here.
Well, next
There's
year.
more control.
Yeah.
See, that's what I learned from filming. You have to have so much
Well, that's what
control
I'm
because
saying.
of all the stuff
Got a
going
bunch of
on.
loud, rowdy drunks stumbling through.
And traffic and dogs and you just don't have a lot of control when you're out in like an open
That's
field.
right.
You don't.
That's-
You really need that control.
Right, planes flying over,
Yeah.
or whatever, or
Sirens.
or
Sirens. There's
be-
always
beaten
sirens
up.
going by.
just the average drunk off the street at
Stumbling in saying inappropriate things.
can I pull
Titillating
can I
your
pull
audience. Was it titillating
can I
or
pull
Yeah,
you-
because
Just ugly.
when I was here,
Yes,
someone
please.
was calling Jonathan and complaining bitterly.
Oh, when you were here?
About
Whenever
the
before I went over
inappropriate.
there, because I came here to go to the tea party,
Oh.
he says, "Well, it's over there."
About the
and someone was
inappropriate.
complaining
Someone,
about
I
the
don't
tea
know
party?
about it if it was that, but
Oh, that was
but-
something else.
they were like, and I heard that, and it wasn't very appropriate, and I would appreciate it if that wasn't on anymore.
Well, good. That means somebody was watching.
I
That
know,
was
that's how we
true.
know somebody's watching.
They call and complain.
I know.
That's like the guy.
So
who-
if you're watching, call in and complain. So we'll know.
That's like the guy who never spoke for 20 years. You heard that joke. And he hadn't spoken for 20 years. And he got up, and his mom, they thought there was something wrong with him. And he was eating breakfast this one morning, and looked over at his mom, said, he said, "These eggs are not done enough." And so his mother freaked out.
She says, if you can't say something nice, then say
No. She said, "Oh gosh, what happened? We just thought you couldn't say anything." She said, "Well, up to now everything was all right." You know?
Hey there.
So that's like people are. They won't say anything until it's something wrong.
So,
you know?
so complaint calls came in during the tea
Well, I
party?
have an official URTV announcement to make.
Okay, okay, give him the microphone.
To our viewers at home.
Okay.
If
You're
you,
not on camera.
we can change that.
Forward a little bit.
All right.
Go over there.
Okay.
Hello, viewers at home. If you would like to direct all your program feedback to the producers of the programming, the staff here at URTV does not produce programming. Members of your community produce the programming. So you can look for their producer tag ID at the end of the show with their contact information, and you can send all feedback directly to the producer.
Yours too.
If you have a serious complaint about programming that you see on URTV, please direct all inquiries to our executive director, Pat Garlinghouse. She can be reached at pat@urtv.org. Thank you,
there's a
and
person
keep on
that's-
watching URTV. Thought that was an appropriate time for that announcement.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Have you-
That was a good
But
segue.
very diplomatic in a very
Did you see my
diplomatic
sunset
sort of way.
pictures?
Yeah, I saw
Right
it.
on.
I'm thinking about using some of them in my the next slideshow I've put together for the backgrounds. You
Go
know,
for
you may see some of them pop
Yeah, I
up.
took those from Town Mountain Road.
So you know, I should have just saved that for a surprise, but
Was not good.
since you asked about it, that's what I'm thinking. The last two seem to be the same exact picture.
Did I send? I might have done that because they're all
Double.
listed. When they just says that P3475 and you can't rename them, so I probably sent.
They have the same name, and I couldn't resave it. It was
Sorry.
you wanted to copy over. So I got three.
Okay.
I did want to compliment you on the resolution or whatever it is you've got on the camera because you've got it on the make us look skinny, tall
Yeah.
and skinny
Oh,
one.
that's nothing.
Make
That's
me look
nothing.
taller and skinner.
Was it-
Oh,
was it
yeah.
on-
That's
was it on-
cosmic.
Was it on that one when you came in?
No,
Yes.
no.
No, I like that. Where's that coming
I
from?
like that.
Where's which one?
Let's point at the camera.
I like that.
Point at the camera and you'll see which one.
Coming from that one. I do like that.
Yeah. That one. You'll see.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I like that. Why does the white doesn't? There's something about the white
What about it?
that it doesn't. It interrupts the see from here over to here.
I don't know what you're saying.
Why is there not little pictures and things right here?
Because it's the blue light. It's the blue that
The-
makes those background things show
It's
up.
the blue what makes colors.
We're to
Is
paint
that
it blue.
right? I would never.
It's the blue what makes colors.
It's like we're in another dimension or something.
Yeah, because that's the blue screen. That's the chroma key.
This is what you were talking about, the paint.
Oh, I
It
love
seems
that. I
yeah,
love that.
It seems like your colors are much brighter with this. That was brilliant.
Well,
Well, see, that's always Herb's
there's
complaint.
chaos. There's
There's the
Mandelbrot.
vibrations. And stuff.
Mandelbrot.
That's always Herb's complaint when he watches out there. You look terrible under that lighting.
Oh, do you look better now?
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
I know
so.
you do.
I think so.
I know you do. Yeah.
I think
Well,
I
here,
don't
I'll
think
put
I
it-
look.
see,
I don't think I look washed
look.
out there.
No, look. I mean,
Yeah,
No, you look
that's
great.
better.
I know.
Yeah.
That's better.
I've-
But
I've-
look how good his coloring is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Jesus.
I've been
been in
working.
the sun.
You've
I've
been tweaking
working.
your color.
Oh, I've been working. I put some hours in here. I've been aligning the cameras and aligning the paint colors.
Yeah, the
and
paint. Yeah,
all
the
that kind of
coloring,
stuff.
What
the
is
lighting
that?
looks better.
I mean, when you're working with a mixer as cheap as this and stuff like that, I mean, you got to use every
Oh,
skill
okay.
you got to make it.
Speaking of mixers, how's Randy?
How Randy? Don't know. Randy could better come.
How Randy?
How
How's
Randy?
Randy?
I want Randy to come. We talk. You know, hardly a day goes by. That's Sangoma in the picture behind me. Go ahead.
Who's Sangoma?
She is the Sangria priestess. What you know, because you were in New Orleans, what is the religion that mixed itself up with Catholicism to make
Voodoo.
To make voodoo.
Oh, I don't know.
It's something like
I don't know, but they put the gree on a lot of people.
Santanista or something.
I
like
just
the
that.
what?
know.
Do you
Put
know?
the
Can I do
gree
another
on
announcement?
people.
You want to do
Gree
another
gree.
announcement?
Don't
Is
put
that
the
okay?
gree. They go. Don't put the gree on me.
Hey, baby, I don't need no more green.
Yeah, don't
Hello,
put the gree-gree
URTV
on me.
viewers. If you know the whereabouts,
Whisper.
whisper.
You got Okay, look, okay,
All
look
right,
at this,
all right,
look
all
at
right, I
this,
got you.
look at this, look at this.
I-
How far is his mouth from this microphone?
Thank you,
How
Mr.
far is-
Scientist.
okay, go
I will
ahead.
put it further away.
Okay, well, or just, you can put it closer, but don't talk so loud.
Well, welcome URTV viewers. If you know the whereabouts of one Randy Thomas, please tell him to come back to URTV.
miss you, Randy.
We miss Randy Thomas. If you know him or know where he is, tell him to come back to URTV.
He's on URTV's 10 most wanted list, isn't he?
He is.
You made Randy mad.
Wouldn't be the first
Randy, we're sorry we made you mad.
My little runaway.